This is not a happy video. This is more of a I don't know what to do right now video. Well, I know what I'm going to do, but I don't know what to do. So let me go to my videos. I've made one video of McDonald's, my first day, which I uploaded 11 days ago. My first day, which was basically last week. Now in that video, I talked about how the first day wasn't that bad, and the second day was like the same as the first. It wasn't that bad. Same with the third day. Those 3 were my training days. Now this is the week after. Thursday. Today is Saturday. Thursday I had work. It wasn't that good Thursday. Now today is Saturday. Yesterday was a snowstorm, so I did not have school. Saturday, today, I had work and it was completely awful. Like, it went from great to okay. It went from great to good to okay to awful. Like, there's nothing else to explain it by. Now, let me start off by saying I'm going to quit and work at McDonald's. Not for much longer. Now, I started working last week. I had 3 training days, and they expect me to remember the bundles. Now, I don't know how many different bundles there are, but there's a lot. Now, I told them during the interview, I don't have a great memory. It's gonna take me a minute to remember all this stuff. And today, I'm like, well, I need help. So the lady who interviewed me, her name was Ashley. She was like, all right, well, if you need help with anything, it's better to ask than get things wrong because it takes a minute to correct mistakes, which I understand. So I was like, all right. So today, which I have been doing since I got there, I was asking, what are the bundles? Because people were like, oh, can I get the $3 bundle or whatever? And that's not on the little menu screen. So I kept asking, what is it? And there's the other manager, Kim, who did my first interview, and she was like, well, this is a $3 bundle. Come on, Zakaya. You know, I don't know this lady. I haven't been there that long. I haven't been here for years like y'all have, who works at McDonald's for more than a year. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I don't get a break because I'm not allowed to work more than 5 hours because I'm 14. I'll be 15 Wednesday. This Wednesday, of course. Therefore, I'm not allowed to work more than 5 hours. Now, if I could work more than 5 hours, then I would be getting my break on that 5th hour. But because I can't work more than 5 hours, at that 5th hour I'm leaving, so I don't get a break. Nor do we get free food. We get free drinks, but I'm not going to sit there and drink that water that's probably not even real water, because my sister got nice water with ice in it. And like 8 hours later, when I got home and she was there, the water was just sitting on the table and the ice still didn't melt. What kind of ice doesn't melt after 8 hours? What's wrong with the ice? I don't know. So I'm not going to sit there. I don't even like coffee. So I don't know what they expect me to do because I'm not paying for McDonald's every day. I don't like McDonald's. I like Burger King. Anyway, today was awful because also this is not going to be a short video. So get ready. Today was awful. Let me go off from what I remember from start to finish. I got there. It was all right. Friday there was a snowstorm, like I said, and because there was a snowstorm, there was snow everywhere, and there still is, even though the snow melted. So I woke up this morning. I'm like, all right, well, there was a snowstorm last night. There's not gonna be a lot of people here. There was just a snowstorm. Why are people coming to McDonald's? I get there. There's like 8 cars in the driveway. Why are there that many cars in the driveway? And it was just a snowstorm. Who needs McDonald's that bad? What is wrong with y'all? So I go inside. And I sit inside for a while because I started at 1 o'clock. And it wasn't exactly 1 o'clock yet. I start exactly on the dot. So I waited till like 12:59 to go clock in. And for like the last 5 minutes, I went in the bathroom to go fix my hat. Because of my hair, like you guys probably can't tell, but like when my hair is in a ponytail to keep it out of my face, the hair, it bunches up on my head a lot. So it makes it hard for the hat to stay on my head. So I went in the bathroom. I tried to like pull it down as far as I could. It did not stay up the whole day. It did not stay on my head the whole day. So I started working. It was all right. There was a lot of people. And then there was, what happened first? Oh, okay. So somebody ordered, what was it? A Frosty, a sundae. I think it was a Frosty. What is a frost? Nah. Was it a sundae? I don't know. It was like some type of, vanilla ice cream in a cup. I forgot the name of it. They ordered that. And again, my first training days, I worked at 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So I think that was my times. I worked at 10 to 1. Now that's in the morning, 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. I was working breakfast for most of the day and then switched over to lunch. I'm not used to this lunch menu. I'm more used to the breakfast. So we don't sell ice cream early in the morning. So I'm over there just like, oh, you don't know how to make it? I'm like, no, I wasn't trained. She's like, oh, okay, come over here. So like, this is what you press. I'm like, okay. Now, McDonald's, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they don't know how to like size their cups. You have the extra small next to the medium, and after the medium is the small, and after the small is the extra large, and after the extra large is the large. And nothing is labeled, because I picked up a cup that said medium on it, and it was like, oh no, that's a large. Then why does it say medium? They don't make sense. So I'm like, alright, which is the large? He's like, this one. I'm like, alright, I get the large. Pour the Frosty, and he pours the Frosty, and I pour the second one right after him as he's there. I'm like, alright, whatever. Now, a few of those employees are nice. The ones who were working my shift and the lady who trained me during the 10 to 1 hours I had for 3 days, my training days, they were nice to me. There was another lady who was working taking the orders. I was at the window for my training days, handing out the food. That lady who was working, she was really nice to me. She was the one making the drinks and stuff and taking orders. She was nice to me. She was. She was like, whenever I made a mistake or something, she was like, alright, it's okay, it's alright. And I don't know if it's just me, but if I do something wrong and it really doesn't bother me, I'm like, alright, it's not that big of a mistake, I don't really care. It can be fixed in 2 seconds. I don't care. And then I don't know, but whenever somebody comes up to me and says, oh, it's okay, are you alright? And I'm perfectly fine, it makes me want to cry. I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I know she's being nice and telling me that I didn't make a mistake and telling me that even though I made a mistake, it's alright, it's not that big of a mistake. I know it's not that big of a mistake, but then it makes me want to cry. Like, I could be completely fine, somebody comes up to me, oh, are you okay? Then I want to cry immediately. I don't know how that works, but that's how that works in my head. But she was nice to me, and the other girl who's training me, she was nice. Now, it's this lady, Kim. She's manager. She's, like, there's multiple managers, I think. It's Ashley, Kim, and Stephanie, and then another higher-up manager. Now, Kim is my issue in the restaurant. She makes me so stressed out, bro. I can't. In, like, my training days, she wasn't there, because she wasn't there in the morning. Now that I'm in the afternoon hours, she is there, and I can't take it. I really can't take it. So, after I made the Frosty, I was, somebody else ordered another Frosty, so nobody was making it. I'm like, alright, I'm waiting on the Frosty. So the other kid, I forgot his name, he's also nice. He was like, alright, well, you don't have to wait for anybody to go make it. You can make it. I'm like, alright, I don't remember how, but I'll go try. So it's the medium Frosty. I'm looking for the mediums because they don't know how to size stuff, right? They can't do extra small, medium, large, extra large. They got to go all out of order. So I'm looking for the medium. I find the medium. I put it on the machine. I press the vanilla button. And it's not some type of timer or thing where you press, oh, are you making a small, medium, or large? So the machine knows when to stop. No. Vanilla. I press vanilla. After like a second, it stops. The cup isn't isn't all the way filled. And I have the right cup. So I press it again. Because if the machine did not put out the right amount the first time, I assume the second time I press it, it's going to put out the same amount, which is going to fill the cup. So I press it again. Tell me why, as soon as I press it again, the machine doesn't stop pouring it, and ice cream goes everywhere, all over the floor and everything. Now, at that point, I want to cry. I want to go in the corner, I want to sit down and cry. Because now there's ice cream everywhere, the machine won't stop, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. Now, after I was trying to wipe up the floor and everything, and I just went back to working the window. And then this lady, she wanted an unsweetened iced tea with, sugar in it, and I got the iced tea. Well, I got the ice in the cup, and I put creamer, Splenda in it, and then I poured the regular tea instead of the unsweetened tea. So then I'm like, I gotta restart. So then I go back, I call the guy over, he's like, alright, well, it's alright, you just do this. So I report it, because the unsweetened tea is right above the sweet tea. So I poured it right this time, and I handed it to her. She was like, oh, is this the right one this time? I'm like, yeah, it's the right one. I want to say, who do you think you talk to like that? But I said, yeah, it's the right one. She was like, is there Splenda in it? Lady, yes, you literally just saw the guy come over and press the right button right next to me. I didn't even press the button. You know what's in it. So I was like, yes, right. She was like, okay, and drove off. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Now it gets later on in the day. This other girl, she shows up for training. And I'm thinking I recognize this girl. Now, I do. I know exactly where she's from. She goes to my school. She was in cheerleading when I was in cheerleading. She's still in cheer. The reason I'm not in cheer anymore because I quit. I quit to get the job, but I also quit because that girl, along with 2 other girls who are her friends, like to talk about me a lot. Like to talk about everybody on the team a lot. And I don't know if y'all can tell or if y'all know, but I'm a very self-conscious, antisocial, social anxiety-ridden person. If somebody's laughing with their friends behind me, I immediately think they're laughing about me. I can't eat in front of people. Why? Because I don't like eating in front of people, which is why I really want my drink right over there, but I'm on camera. I don't want to drink on camera because then I'm like, oh, am I drinking this right? Are people going to make fun of me in the comments for drinking something? So I don't do it. So this girl, obviously I already had problems with this girl in school. I don't know if she recognized me, but I clearly recognized her. She just had a different hairstyle. I'm not going to name this person, and so honestly, I don't even think it was her hair. I'm pretty sure it was a wig. Not even weave. It was most likely a wig, because the hair looked completely fake. And it wasn't like a ponytail, but like, it wasn't like a down, all of it was in a down ponytail towards the back. Hold on, let me just use half of this. Alright, because it wasn't a lot. It was like a down ponytail in the back that was wrapped up. It was, you couldn't even call it a ponytail. It was like a downward bun that was like in a messed up ponytail like this. It wasn't a bun shape. Hold on. Like this. And then the other part was just hanging out like that. And it was to the back. Now I'm like, okay, why she couldn't put it in a regular ponytail? But I'm like, whatever. I don't want to talk to this girl. I really don't want to talk to her. And I hope she doesn't try to talk to me. So that was another problem. Now I'm getting anxiety because this girl who was talking about me at school is probably talking about me now to other coworkers. So she goes on the microphone because we have the headsets on because I'm working the drive-thru and stuff. She presses the button. She's talking to this other girl. And she's like, yeah. Because that new girl and the other girl is always just standing there. I don't know if they're doing... And they're always standing there looking at me and don't know what to do. So I'm like, I haven't looked at her this whole time. And when I did look at her, she wasn't looking at me. So she must be talking about another new girl because there was another new girl right next to me. So it's either she's talking about me or she's talking about her. Now, at this point, when that girl shows up who's been talking about me in school, she shows up, it's like 4 o'clock, maybe 3:50 something. I leave at 5. And I'm feeling awful. Literally not even mentally, but physically. I feel awful. Now, I asked the lady Kim, the manager, I'm like, I know I don't get a break, so I'm like, can I go to the bathroom real quick? She's like, no, there's too many customers. You can't go at this second. I look up at the camera. Tell me why there's only 3 people in my line. You know how fast I can take 3 orders? It's really not that difficult unless they ask for a bundle. Then I gotta wait around for somebody to come over to me like I'm stupid. But so after the 3 cars leave, after those 3 cars leave that was in my lane when I asked her to go to the bathroom, I didn't have to use the bathroom. I just felt like I was going to cry, throw up, pass out, and die of a heat stroke all at the same time. Because one, it was cold. It's freezing cold outside. When you open that window, it's freezing cold. But when that window was closed and you're not outside, it's hot in there. So I had a sweater on under my shirt. So I had a long sleeve sweater on under my shirt. Then I had a coat, a fur coat. Well, not a fur coat. It's like a hoodie, rather, that has like a zip that starts up from here, and that's it. I have that on, and I'm sweating. So I don't feel good because of that. I refuse to. I'll drink the water if I really have to. But that water don't seem right to me. if it wasn't getting colder or wasn't getting warmer, or in the ice inside of it wasn't melting after 8 hours, something is clearly wrong. I don't want to drink that. I don't feel safe drinking it. Now, I'm sitting there. I'm so dazed. I forgot what I was doing because I had rung up a Happy Meal, so I have to reach above the thing and get an apple juice out because that's what they got. What they ordered. And as I'm reaching up, I completely it seemed like I don't even know how I got to the McDonald's. I'm like, yo, what? When did I get here? I'm like, what am I doing? So I had to look up. I'm like, all right, I'm getting apple juice and put the apple. That's how messed up I am at the moment. I'm dazed completely. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I put it down and I get back to myself and I'm still feeling real sick. So I'm leaning over the thing. I can't stand still. And the lady, she's like, I don't know if she was purposely avoiding me or if she was just doing a lot because she's always running around when she doesn't need to be running around. Have y'all ever seen somebody trying to act busy but they weren't doing anything? That's what she was literally walking around, running around, acting like she was passing stuff over. She wasn't doing anything because there was no customers. What are you doing? So I was about to ask her again because it's been clear for 10 minutes. Nobody has pulled up to the drive-thru for 10 minutes. And I just didn't ask her to go to the bathroom again because I could not. She was just doing too much. So after that, I was still feeling up until I would say till 4 o'clock, not even from I have messages because I was texting when there was nobody in the line. It's 17 minutes now. When there's nobody in the line, I was texting my sister Mariah. So let me go here. It was at 2:26 when I got there, an hour before that, because I started at 1, and I stayed till 5. I was like, bro, there's mad people here today. I don't get a break because I don't work more than 5 hours. I didn't understand why I was mad people and there's snow outside. She was like, yeah, it's Saturday, and I think they only give you a break when it's 6 hours or more, but 6 hours or more to cut it in half, but since you're still in school, I thought they were supposed to give it to you anyway. I thought that too. No, they don't care. So I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do this. I'm literally about to cry because every time I make a mistake, I'm already stressed out, having anxiety, thinking everybody's talking about me, and I immediately want to cry. Literally, as I was talking to my sister, reading the message, I was crying, but not crying. My eyes were tearing up, but then I would just be look away for a second, and I'll be fine. So, she was like, it was only a few hours, you got this. She was like, is it because it's overwhelming? So I read that, because on my watch, it shows, on this watch, I have it on all the time whenever I go to work. So it shows me the messages on the watch. So I was reading on the watch, and as I read that part, I was, tearing up again. So I looked away for a second, and then took my phone back out, and responded. And then under that, she was like, if it's overwhelming, you could tell them it's, too much, and you can't keep up, so you can go and take a minute and ask if you can go take a minute in the back. I was like, can I just leave early? I'm at the window because there's a new girl here. Yeah, because I was at the window handing out orders, and because there was a new girl training, they switched me from handing out the orders to taking orders. I didn't like that. So I was like, I can't, because at this point, when I said that, after I said, what does that say? I can't even see the number on it. Okay, well, after that message, I said, I can't do this. I want to go home. I feel sick. That was at 4:10 and 4:11. And my sister, she was like, tell them you have to go home. You literally feel sick. Now, after that, I was like, I leave at 5. It's only a couple more minutes. She was like, if you can't do it, though, just tell them you don't think this job's right for you. And then after that, she was like, literally, so I was telling her, literally, the girl who's in cheer talking about me was working there now. I haven't seen her any of the days I was working. Now she's magically working here. So, yeah, she was like, yeah, well, then just tell me you can't do it no more. And then the girl who's talking about me in cheer, and presumably probably talking about me in a restaurant too, started talking about my cousin, because my cousin Naya, y'all know her, she had to call out today because she had to move. So they started talking about her, and the girl, she was like, what did she say? She was like, it was the same girl who's talking about me. She was like, why would she call? I can't believe she called out. As if Naya was calling out a bunch of, this is the 30th time she called out. I think she only called out twice, so I don't know why and there was another girl, she was like, it was my grandfather's 94th birthday and I didn't call out. What your grandpa got to do with it, lady? Nothing. So at that point, the same girl who's talking about me is now talking about my cousin. I'm still feeling sick, so I can't be over there like, can you stop? That's my cousin. Can you not talk about her? So I said, she was like, so then my sister, she was like, just ignore it. And I was gonna get picked up at 5, well, exactly 5 and stuff. And, that's really it. Wait. Yeah, then around like 4:54, I was like, cause I was like, is she almost here yet? Cause I was literally feeling like I had to throw up. And she was like, just go to the bathroom for 5 minutes, and then once that 5 minutes is up, then just clock out. Now, the lady, she wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, so I was like, all right, whatever, she won't let me. And my sister was like, well, then just leave. So I didn't. I stayed there for like the extra minutes that I sat down in the dining room after I clocked out, and then waited for my ride and left. So it was literally like I felt so. It's not even that I felt over. Like, if there was a word stronger than the word overwhelmed, that's the word I felt. I felt like my every move was being judged. That everybody was talking about me. Everybody was laughing about me. Everybody thought I was stupid because every customer was angry at me. And it was just crazy. And because I was feeling all that, whenever I get too like anxious or something, I that's why those fidget toys, I have another fidget toy. It's in the box down there, but like I literally have to have one of those sometimes because I really get too overwhelmed or anxious, and I need something to like play with so I don't keep scratching the top of my hand. And of course, I'm at work. I don't want to look like a stupid little child, so I didn't bring it. So because I was feeling all types of anxious and what's that word? You know what I'm trying to talk about, trying to say. Because I was feeling all that. That's what made me sick. Feeling like everybody was watching me, everybody was talking about me and everything. That made me feel sick. So as soon as I got back home, I took my stuff off. I changed my clothes into this. I got food, and I was still feeling sick for like 10 minutes. And then I went back to normal. So now, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to, I was talking to my cousin Naya. I told her that they was talking about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, nothing went on. They act like it didn't happen. I told her. And then she was like, well, she's already quitting because she has to move. That's why she had called out today, because she had to help move the rest of her stuff into her new house. So, I was talking to her, and she was like, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you have to give a week's notice before you quit. Now, that's the thing. I started last week. I didn't even get my paycheck yet. I started last week. Like, I was supposed to ask her if I can when I get paid today, but I was just all out of it today towards the end, so I didn't even ask. So you're supposed to probably we don't know for sure, but it's probably that we're supposed to give a week's notice before we quit. And the thing is, I started last week. I thought it would be fine, but today was just completely crazy. So now I don't know if I should. I don't want to work there any more days, but I don't know if I call tomorrow and talk to, I'm not talking to Kim. I refuse to talk to her. I'm going to see if I can talk to the other lady, Ashley, and just be like, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know if I should be like, yesterday was completely overwhelming. I cannot come back. I quit. Because then I still got to show up, bring my uniform, get my paycheck, and then go. Still got to show my face. I never want to go back there. And I don't know if I should call her or get my mom to call her, because if they try to be like, oh, well, this is not a week notice, you gotta work like 3 more days before you quit. I'm not going back there. I cannot work another day. I really can't. And the reason why I wanted to work was because I wanted to get over being shy or extremely introverted, because I want to talk more. So I thought, if I got a job where I have to talk to these customers, take their orders, and hand them their food, then that'll help me. And it literally made everything worse. All of my issues got worse today. So I refuse to go back there to work another day. I just want them to pay me for the 5 days I was there, and that's it. I'll go. I was gonna originally work at Sky Zone, but I have to be 15. Thankfully, I'm turning 15 next week, but I think I'm gonna take a break from working right now because that today in itself ruined my entire experience of working. Like, I still feel like crying about it, and it was awful today, and I'm probably gonna think about it all night. So I'm gonna go before I start crying on camera because nobody wants to see me cry on camera. What time is it? It's 11:26. I'm gonna try to upload this now. I'm gonna go now because I was gonna talk to my mom about it, but she sleeps. So I decided to make a video about it because nobody's gonna watch this video anyway. Also, 200 subscribers. Our 200 subscribers special is going to be out on my birthday too. So yeah, thanks for 200 subscribers. Soon it's gonna be 200K, obviously. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's not as stressful as this one. Bye, Waffles.